All right, we finally made it to the hips. And just like Shakira says, the hips truly do not lie. Now, when it comes into a hip opener exercise, this can be done in any parts of the day, but gosh darn, it would be done perfectly if it can be done prior to a class. All I'm gonna have you do is have your legs nice and wide, have your arms supported on your side, chest is nice and tall, and we're just gonna work on dropping one knee down to the ground as far as you can. Open it back up so both knees are wide, drop the other knee down to the ground and come back up. The biggest thing is that you're only moving one knee at a time here. And when you can actually reach your knee to the ground, you can see I can't. This is something that I work on daily. You are moving with great mobility and great hip range of motion. But spending the time where your chest is nice and straight, your arms aren't moving, and you're only dropping one knee at a time, you're gonna feel it on the sides of your hips, a little bit in the groin, but that's really making sure your hips move great prior to a workout. And then if we need that stretch that just really allows our hips to open up, we're gonna take the same position, but flip it. And I like calling this the groin, the frog stretch. And this is where we're opening our knees as wide as we can. I'll show it from this angle. My knees are as wide as they can, but take a look at my heels. My heels are just as wide as my knees. I drop down to my forearms. Once I'm here, again, my heels wider than my knees, and then I sit back into my heels. I'll show it from this angle too. My knees are as wide as I can. My heels are wider than my knees. I'm on my elbows. I'm rocking back until my groin says you just can't move any further. I promise when you're in this position, you'll feel it into the groin. You may feel it into the side of the hips. But this is another crucial position that we need to spend 2 minutes of time under tension in, because that's what's going to allow both our muscles and joints to truly adapt to the stretch and allow us every single day to get better at it. And if you're someone that can rock real far back into that and allowing your hips to really get deep into stretch, this is an amazing exercise, because now when we actually do squats into the gym, you're not going to be someone who always has to round their back because their hips don't move good. Instead, you'll be able to sit into a nice squat and you'll be able to get nice and low, your hips below the knees, and every coach at Spenga is going to be proud of you and not necessarily a nuisance to them, because they don't have to keep compromising your form or teaching you to do anything different. So great hip stretch, 2 minutes of time, ideally done after class. But anytime that we can warm up and drop our knees down, this can be done any time of the day. But gosh darn, it's great to do prior to class, because you'll feel your best entering class. And whether you're goblet squatting, split squatting, lunging, doing step-ups, anything into the yoga realm of the class, you're going to feel amazing and your body's going to feel its best.